Dan DeCosta. I'm the National Partner Director. With us today, we have Dan Stoll, our President of Commercial Sales or Commercial Operations. And we have Ryan Wagler, who is the Director of our MDU team. And we are here to talk about our MDU Bulk Solution offering. And it's really something that we're excited to roll out to the channel community. And there's a ton of opportunity for us to partner together and do a lot of great things together.
We're committed to building the right processes and support ecosystems to foster growth. We focus on markets where we have the right to win, and with that can offer differentiated solutions. As the 8th largest operator in North America, our foundation is built on fiber, and we're dedicated to providing unique fiber solutions to all of our customers in these markets.
So here in blue, you can see these are the markets that we service, and we can, in all of the TSD back offices, our own website, you can see where our fiber is in each of these markets. But as Dan Stoll highlighted, there's 40,000 MDUs that are on or near our network. So we are extremely rich in all of these markets with our fiber assets. And we are, in an environment where we are looking to really invest. And so as close as we are to the property, that is an opportunity for us to extend our network, and especially in this MDU space, which we're heavily invested into. I'll highlight, Texas, we are in all of the Dash markets. In Northern New England, we are the ILEC. In Minneapolis, we are extremely fiber dense. Across we have other pockets here, but these are our core markets across the United States. And then these are some of our bona fides, right? This is what has made us stick out. As Dan Stoll highlighted, we are the number 8th provider in the United States. And not only do we have a lot of network and fiber assets, but we do it well. And I think, especially in this space, that is what really separates us from our competitors, is that we bring operational excellence to the marketplace.
And what we want to do is allow them to have that reliable internet and that sustainable growth, from smart devices to remote learning, the online education that becomes vital to everybody that lives within these MDU markets. And so the true benefits to what the property gets whenever we deliver this, obviously increased property value for the ownership, tenant attraction. They get to advertise that they've got top of the line technology to be able to facilitate any needs that the property or the tenant may need. When we say the attraction, then that also returns that into retention. I can go back to about 6 years ago. I had a large property ownership group that were very hesitant in allowing me to go in and facilitate fiber into all their units. They didn't really have what they were considering a concern with their internet service provider that they were currently utilizing. I asked their IT director to put on their evaluation when tenants move out whether or not the internet was a factor in them moving out. It was listed as the number 1 reason why, after he started this report, why tenants were leaving their location. So within about 3 months of getting those reports back, we got fiber into all those units. That went completely away. And that is huge for these property ownerships to understand how valuable that is and the satisfaction it gives to the tenants. Obviously, the competitive advantage to any property that has fiber versus what is currently in the market is huge, in the ability for us to service those residents. And then the service we provide, as I've talked about, and you'll hear me continue to echo, is that we are fiber enriching and dedicating that fiber to each unit. It increases every dimension of what the property wants to be able to do and what the tenants want to be doing at those properties. And then, just kind of resets the stage of what we do that differentiates us and separates us from our competitors. Obviously, we've talked about the 100% fiber networking. We have affordable pricing that is really, really advantageous for the ownership to be able to see the pricing that we're going to break down per unit cost. And then they get that one bill It's seamless billing for them to be able then to relate that to how they're going to charge for each individual tenant at their property and turn this into possibly a profit center for them. We want to be number one and first thought of. So that's why our customer focus is so strong and our superior customer support. You have a dedicated team during the build. You have a dedicated team after the build to make sure that any kind of issues that may align or may come up at the property are taken care of, and they have that dedicated team for that. We have super speed, strong Wi-Fi, dedicated property connections with, as what I just talked about earlier, our symmetrical speeds. And the number one biggest thing that we love to talk about is no data caps. That is fantastic for these properties, that they don't have to worry about getting a letter about hitting data caps. So that's the big differentiators as far as how we go in and bill, or how we go in and build these and make this happen for the property.